everybody, welcome behind the scenes here at Jamie Ridler Studios. I'm Jamie, and as always, I am delighted to be here with you today. This is going to be the last BTS for a while. I'm going to take a couple of weeks off before we dive into the September season. That's what I have been working on, getting ready for fall. The fall classes are out, so come on over to openthedoor.ca and have a look-see. You can find the classes under Academy, and I'll probably tell you a little bit more about them today. But first, I wanted to talk to you about something else. So if you follow my blog or if you follow me on Instagram, you know that recently was the new moon, and I shared a little bit of my new moon ritual. And in fact, if you do the studio yearbook with me, do I have mine close by? So here's my new moon ritual, and what we do is first we take time to acknowledge all the great things, the things we've accomplished, how far we've come since the last new moon, so in this new moon cycle, and then we start to set some intentions for what we would like to do, accomplish, see, be, have, experience, create in the next moon cycle. And for that, I always keep my intentions clear, concise, and short. And one of mine this season was something that I call original joy. So how I phrased it as an intention was insist on original joy. And what I mean by that, maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about, is often we creatives, we get really excited about an idea when it shows up. We're like, oh, yes, I'd love to do that. That sounds like an exciting class to create or experience to have. Or yes, I'd love to throw a backyard barbecue. Or yes, I'd love to start creating my own wardrobe, or whatever it is. And it's got all this je ne sais quoi, right? Like all this beautiful sparkling energy, this like, I want to do that. And then you start working on it. And as you go, often there's a point where that just disappears. Or maybe it trudge gets covered over. And before you know it, you're working on something that at the beginning you were crazy about. And you are in this state of no joy, lack of joy, this sense of it's all work, or it's all hard, or you forget, why was I even doing this anyway? Because when we can attach to our original joy and we can keep it as a thread through even the hard things, even the challenging things, if we can keep that alive like a little fire in our hearts, then it keeps us buoyed, it keeps us fighting, it keeps us fierce, it keeps us excited, it keeps us remembering, it keeps us grounded while we go through the parts that are more challenging. And there's always going to be challenging parts. There's always going to be hard work. And sometimes I think a big challenge comes almost always near the beginning, and that's the universe saying to you, really? Are you sure? Are you sure you want this? And then we either back off or we keep going, and then I find that the energy starts again. There are a lot of things to talk about when it comes to original joy, but what I want to focus on today is something very specific. There is one way that original joy often disappears, and that's when we start getting tight. When we start weighing it down, when we too soon say, this project better get me out of my day job, or this project better prove to my partner that my idea, my dream, it's valid. It's going to show that. Or this idea, I hope this idea finally reveals to me that I am an artist. I hope this project proves that I am worthy of that title, that's who I am. And do you see a sort of trend in what's going on here? It's when we start to weigh down original joy with, instead of being with it in the present and creating with it, like being in a dance with that joy and going, okay, getting to know that project that sparked it and building your relationship and starting to understand, okay, what are you? What do you want to be? Ooh, exciting. Okay, I was thinking this. What do you think? And you and the project start to work together. Instead of that, you start casting forward into the future and demanding results. And then when you have results in your mind that become crucial, that have some emotional intensity, some proving factor, then we also start to control the results. Because we believe that if it's either going to get us out of our day job or we'll never get out of our day job. It's either going to prove we're an artist or it's going to prove we're not an artist. And the stakes just become too high. And so we start trying to control the road, right? Because we only want one result. So now we have to make every decision is weighted with this feeling of, we have to get X result, my friend. We have to get X. That's all we're doing here is getting X. And it gets tight and heavy and sad and frustrating and angering, and all the love, the joy, the freedom, the excitement, the enthusiasm, the play, the dance just disappears until it becomes a march on one road with only one result. Eyes forward, let's go. And what's so wild about that is that often we creatives, we're pursuing this exact thing. We get excited about it because it is wild and free and unknown and adventurous, and it draws out of us a spirit of newness and curiosity and boldness and wonder. And when we turn that into what we've so often experienced in our day job or our regular life, that we is exactly what we don't want. No, marching forward, eyes forward, one thing to do. We don't want that. So for me, when I set as the intention that for the new moon practice, I wanted original joy, it was to remind me that every time I start visioning something for the studio, every time I start looking at the foundations, every time I start thinking about our growth and our capacity to reach more people and all these wonderful things, that it's so important that I stay connected to the joy. One, as I said, first as a through line for when things get hard or challenging or look like there are big obstacles, I can stay connected to that feeling of, but this is what it's about for me. And that fire is still inside of me. So that, but also when that fire starts dampening and I start being too controlling about where we're going to go, it's not just that I'm no longer feeling joy and happy, and which is all of that's important, but it is not all it is. It's that joy is a signal that I am in the aliveness and truth and present moment dynamically relating to my project. Do you know what I mean? So when the joy disappears, I'm no longer in relationship with this wonderful thing I want to create. I'm in relationship with this result that I want to have. And this is the real relationship. And you're just here to get me there. You're just like this horse I'm going to ride to get there. No, that is not the path of artistic devotion. That is not honoring the work. That is not being in sacred relationship with the inspiration and joy that has shown up for you. And that is not to say that there aren't results we're aiming towards. We always have our eye on our star, right? On our constellation of stars. And it might be, what I really would love is to reach more people. What I really would love would be to be able to leave my day job. What I'd really love is to publish this book. And you aim towards those guiding stars with love and excitement and an open heart, not like, I'm going to get there, but like, I would love that. But hey, I'm on this boat And I'm also, while I got my eyes on the stars, I'm going to enjoy the breeze in my hair. And I am going to pay attention to the waters and the weather as they are in this moment. I'm going to pay attention to maybe that island I saw over there that's even more exciting and beautiful than where I thought I was headed. We want to stay connected to aliveness, possibility, the present, new options, reality, constraints, the things that are here now. And when original joy disappears, it's like all of the wind went out of that sail and you're just you've pulled out the oars and you're just trying to push forward. Okay, I think I've given you that energetic metaphor enough. Connecting to our joy matters in so many ways. It is a signal that we are connected to our project, what we want to create in the world. It is a signal that we are honoring the work. It is a signal that we are in the present and it is alive. And joy, original joy doesn't have to feel like giddy laughter. It can be quiet contentment. It can be determination, like meaningful determination. We all have our own flavor of joy, but it's that part, it's aliveness that I'm saying we need to stay looking for. And when we get tight, when we shut it down, when we try to control the result, we lose that connection to ourselves and to the project. And when that joy disappears, not only do we lose motivation, not only does it start getting harder because now we have to churn and fight and push to get forward instead of being, how do I navigate these sails? How do we be open to the present? How am I connected? We've lost connection. So bring it back. Reconnect to the project. Look for the places that original joy lives and blow on those embers. That's what I am doing in the studio. That's what guided me through my plans, not only for this season, but for the next 18 months. This season, we're bringing back Journal Club, and it's our 10th season. That feels like the right way to honor this precious offering where we come together on Fridays and we journal from our hearts. I am bringing back Mindful Mondays, and that is when we gather together and we tune in through meditation, imagination, and journaling to our inner compass. We figure out what our stars are, and each week we move gently and purposefully towards them, and we do that in community. That for me felt like such a guiding light during still a very uncertain time. I'm in the process of creating an e-course that I'm so excited to share that felt just right for this time. So many of you have shared with me that a part of your life is really consumed with taking care of others. And so I want to create for you an e-course that will help you fill your well, something that is easy and meaningful and about you receiving, not about you doing more. I think often you're not getting to your creativity because it's asking more of you. Instead, I want you to be bathed with inspiration and calm and receive whatever it is you need to fill your well. So I'm creating that right now, and I hope to bring it to you over the next month or so. And then the big excitement, the big news is I am launching a new program for the winter, and I'm going to be opening up registration applications in November called Devotion. And this will be about you having the experience of being an artist in residence in your own home. So truly immersing yourself in your artistic practice with support, with community, with connection, with direction, with commitment, with devotion. And I'm so excited to bring that to you. So that and the Studio Yearbook, which is always available to you. We are getting ready that right now you can get the fall one, and we'll be starting that on the fall equinox, which I think is September 22nd. And all of them this particular makeup of the season really came out of my commitment to staying with and trusting original joy. I hope you connect to your original joy. I hope this was meaningful to you and that it can be a guide for you as you move through the end of summer and start creating the fall. And really, what I want for you is that this fall be a meaningful drawing to the end of what has been in so many ways a challenging year. And so that's why I love this new moon practice, is I keep moving forward every moon cycle with such great intention. And I want that for you too. That was a lot today, but maybe that's okay because it is the last BTS for a few weeks. Please come check out the Academy, openthedoor.ca, and look at the classes. I hope you'll join me for something or many things, many great adventures. And I got to tell you too, just as we're talking about this here on YouTube, I'm so excited. I think at the time of my recording this, I am 6 subscribers away from 5,000. And that is just very exciting to me. A part of my mission is to help more people bring their creativity to life, help more people fulfill their creative potential, help more and more people awaken their sense of creative confidence and agency, because I truly believe that when we've all done that, we will be able to work great wonders in our lives, in the lives of others, and in the world. What a beautiful thing. Okay. Long one today. I packed a lot in. That is one thing about doing only one a week now, is filling a lot in. I hope there was lots in here to inspire you. I wish you all the best in your studio. And remember, your life is your studio. And you, my dear friend, are an artist. I look forward to lots of great adventures with you in the fall. Come on over to openthedoor.ca and check it out. I'll see you soon. Bye.